So they've already played once in this tournament, and it was a pretty dominant win by Team USA, but you can pretty much throw that out the door at this point, right? Because this is the gold medal on the line.
Sure, everything's on the line. Gold with a capital G. That's what it is. 24 carats. Who wants it? Who wants to bring it back to their respective countries and have that around the neck? I got to tell you one thing. I talked to Charlie McAvoy of the Boston Bruins during the Winter Classic in South Bend at Notre Dame, who played in that gold medal game only a couple of years ago, who won gold with Team USA and has gone on to stardom, really, for me, with the Boston Bruins. But he said, we had a special team. We won games in different ways. Well, that's what we're seeing from this year's version of Team USA. They might not have as much talent as that team 2 years ago, but I'll tell you one thing, the specialty. James, listen, we're getting pumped up, getting you NHL fans pumped up tonight here on Saturday.
Let's go.
They call it special teams. You see the top of the banner, James? You're smiling off camera. It's not average. It's not mediocre. It's not pretty good teams. It's special teams, and Team USA to this point, first in power play, first in penalty kill, which tells me that this is a team, first of all, credit to the coaching staff, and Coach Hastings, and the coaching staff, but also what it also says is they're buying in. And sometimes in these tournaments, it's a world showcase. The world's watching. You want to put on a show, and your intentions are best laid, but sometimes players can have a tendency to maybe freelance a little bit. Not the case with Team USA up until this point. Everybody's bought in. They're all on page. All for one, one for all in terms of their gameplay, and that's why they've earned the right to compete for the gold tonight.
Indeed, and
yes.
It is a big stage. Like you said, the world of hockey is watching, hoping
yes.
to see a glimpse of its future stars in the making.
Of course.
Two of those stars projected to go #1 and #2 overall in this year's draft, and they'll be on full display at 8 o'clock here in just about an hour or so. We're talking Jack Hughes for Team USA and Kaapo Kakko for Team Finland. Tell me a little bit about each. Both 17 years old. What makes each one so special?
Well, Kakko has a little bit more size, and some of his teammates are saying he has a little more Austin Matthews in his game,
wow.
which is great news for Team Finland. And some of the scouts that I've spoken to have seen some of those similarities as well. To the left of the screen, you've got Jack Hughes, who is a little more diminutive in stature, but not by way of production. Perhaps a little bit quicker, a little more electrifying, so to speak, in Jack Hughes, and in terms of his ability to generate offense and make plays out of nothing. But either way, when you're watching this as a pure hockey fan, regardless as to where your home nation is, we can all appreciate greatness and brilliance. And that's one thing that you'll see in both these two young men as they play for gold tonight. Two offensive players that are very skilled, talented, that can turn a game on its ear for either of their respective clubs. So I'm pumped up to watch both of them play.
And I think really the USA missed Jack Hughes so much during those 3 games when he was out
Absolutely.
with an undisclosed injury. And that overtime loss that they suffered to Sweden, I think he would have really made a difference, don't you think?
Yeah, of course. When you get game breakers are rare. And Team USA has a lot of really good players. They have high-end players. To this point, I love the way Poehling has played. I think he's been their MVP. If not him, then Primo. But one thing I will say is when you have somebody like Hughes that has the ability to jump in the play, lead the play, draw double, triple coverage, and either score himself or dish it out to one of his teammates, those players are rare to find. So when you hear people talking all around the hockey world, so to speak, lose for Hughes, we got to lose for Hughes, that tells you everything right there. Yeah. We speak to some of our people that work here at MLB NHL Network. I don't want our team winning. I want our team to lose. We want to lose for Hughes. So that kind of really clarifies and exemplifies exactly how highly thought of he is and just the type of prospect that he is. He's a really, really top-end prospect, so I'm pumped to watch both of them play.